Kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic, as it shows by its meaning, are those learners who like to look at the things physically and touch them. While touching the things, they learn more. And these learners can be good engineers and architects because they can look at the things, touch those things, and then learn a lot about that. In that case, the teacher needs to bring in realia sometimes into the lesson. By realia, I mean she needs to bring the real things in the class. For example, if she wants to talk about a car, it is a good idea to bring a model of a car, maybe just a toy, and then leave it in the classroom for the learners to look at the car and then touch the car. Maybe when they touch the car, they come to know there are different parts of the car, and they start using the words in English to name the different parts of the car. The teacher can ask them to name the different parts of the car in English, and they should avoid to use their own mother tongue. So usually when they would touch those parts, they would start naming those parts. This is an activity that can be done in the primary section. Whereas in the secondary section, it is also good for the teacher, if she wants to identify the kinesthetic learners in the class, she can make an outdoor teaching session. It is not necessary that the teacher has to take the students out of the school. She can just take them out of the class. For example, she can go into the ground and then ask the students to touch things and name them. In a secondary school, this can be given as a project, that the students would go around the school, touch things, name them, and then write about them. What do they feel, how the texture of the thing that they are touching and feeling is, how can they express their views about it. If she does some sessions of the outdoor teaching, then she can always identify who are the kinesthetic learners, because by the end of the session, those students who would do good responses with this type of an activity would be the kinesthetic learners. It is not necessary that students who are visual learners cannot be kinesthetic learners. Some learners can be audio, visual, and kinesthetic learners at the same time. And those are, of course, the ones who can score more because they are using all the resources in order to learn. So some students can be singly one type of a learner, but some students can be more than one type of a learner and can benefit from all these activities. So it will not go a waste for the teacher to plan according to all types of learners, because most of the learners are going to benefit from each type of planning. If she is planning for the visual learner, the learners who are audio may be also visual learners and maybe also kinesthetic learners. So that means whatever she is doing for most of the students in the class who are having either one type of a characteristic of learning or more than one style of learning. So in any case, everybody is benefiting for that matter. But what is important is that the teacher's lesson must carry some material, some matter for all types of learning. For kinesthetic learners, sometimes they don't like to sit at one place, and that can become a problem for the classroom management of the teacher. But then it is the job of the teacher to assess that why a student is moving around. Is it because he is a kinesthetic learner and he wants to go place to place to understand, to touch things and learn, or he is doing out of a discipline matter? So in both cases, the teacher is the one who is going to identify and then solve the problem. If she finds the student is a kinesthetic learner, that means she should not discourage the student to move around and make the learning possible, which is actually happening because he is a kinesthetic learner.